Understanding collective behavior and social movements. Collective behavior and social movements are essential aspects of societal change, shaping political landscapes, cultural norms, and economic systems. These phenomena involve spontaneous or organized group actions that emerge in response to shared grievances, opportunities, or ideologies. While collective behavior often arises in unstructured and temporary settings, social movements represent sustained efforts to promote or resist change. Exploring key concepts in these areas helps in understanding how societies evolve through collective action. Crowds represent a fundamental form of collective behavior where individuals gather in response to an event, emotion, or shared purpose. Theories such as Gustave Le Bon's contagion theory suggest that individuals in a crowd lose their sense of individuality and adopt a collective mindset. More contemporary perspectives, such as convergence theory, argue that crowds form because like-minded individuals come together. Whether spontaneous or planned, crowd behavior can lead to powerful social changes or unpredictable chaos. The storming of the Bastille during the French Revolution and the 2011 London riots both illustrate how crowds can be agents of political upheaval or disorder. Mass hysteria occurs when fear spreads rapidly among a group, often resulting in exaggerated or irrational behavior. Moral panics, a related concept, emerge when a group perceives a significant threat to societal values, often amplified by media and political discourse. Historical examples such as the Salem witch trials and the Red Scare illustrate how misinformation and fear can shape public opinion and policy. More recently, the anti-vaccine movement and conspiracy theories surrounding 5G technology have fueled social anxieties, showing how moral panics can persist in the digital age. Social contagion refers to the spread of behaviors, emotions, or ideas through a population. Whether through face-to-face interactions or digital platforms, people tend to adopt attitudes and actions observed in others. This concept explains the rapid diffusion of trends, protests, and even financial panics. The 2008 financial crisis, in which widespread fear led to bank runs and stock market crashes, exemplifies how economic behaviors can spread like contagion. Similarly, the Ice Bucket Challenge, which raised global awareness for ALS, demonstrates how social contagion can be harnessed for positive social impact. Unlike early theories that emphasize irrationality and collective behavior, emergent norm theory suggests that new norms develop within groups as situations unfold. This perspective highlights how collective behavior is not entirely chaotic, but instead follows emerging guidelines shaped by participants. During the Black Lives Matter protests, for example, groups developed their own codes of conduct, including nonviolent resistance strategies and social media guidelines for protecting participants' identities. Similarly, flash mobs, though seemingly spontaneous, often establish internal rules that dictate participation and coordination. Social movements depend on resources such as money, media access, and organizational networks. Resource mobilization theory emphasizes that success is not just about grievances, but also about the ability to secure and utilize these resources. Movements with strong leadership, funding, and communication strategies are more likely to sustain themselves and influence policy or cultural change. The civil rights movement leveraged churches, legal organizations, and media networks to drive political change, while Greta Thunberg's Fridays for Future movement has effectively used crowdfunding and social media to sustain global climate strikes. Political environments shape the success and timing of social movements. Political opportunity theory suggests that movements gain traction when there are favorable conditions, such as shifts in government policies, elite support, or declining state repression. Moments of crisis often open pathways for new movements, as seen in the Arab Spring, where political instability created space for widespread protests demanding change. In the United States, the legalization of same-sex marriage was partly influenced by shifts in public opinion and changing political dynamics, demonstrating how movements capitalize on emerging opportunities. Effective social movements construct narratives that define issues in ways that resonate with supporters. Framing theory explains how leaders craft messages to mobilize participants and shape public perception. Collective identity plays a crucial role by fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose among members. The feminist movement's emphasis on gender equality and intersectionality has helped it evolve across generations, while the disability rights movement's advocacy for accessibility and inclusion has reshaped policies and urban design. Both illustrate how framing and identity influence a movement's success and longevity. Unlike traditional movements that focus on economic or class-based issues, new social movements emphasize identity, culture, and human rights. These movements, often decentralized and global in nature, include environmental activism, indigenous rights campaigns, and digital advocacy. The Standing Rock protests against the Dakota Access Pipeline highlighted the intersection of indigenous sovereignty and environmental justice, while the Extinction Rebellion movement has used nonviolent civil disobedience to push for urgent climate action. These cases demonstrate how contemporary movements address complex and interconnected issues beyond traditional class struggles. Technology has transformed how movements organize, communicate, and mobilize. Digital activism enables decentralized participation, making movements more accessible and harder to suppress. Hashtag movements, such as #MeToo and Black Lives Matter, exemplify how online platforms amplify voices, coordinate global protests, and challenge institutional power. The Arab Spring was significantly driven by social media, which allowed protesters to share real-time updates and bypass state-controlled media. However, digital activism also faces challenges such as misinformation, government surveillance, and platform censorship, raising concerns about the long-term effectiveness of purely online movements. Collective behavior and social movements are dynamic forces that shape societies, influencing policies, cultural norms, and social justice efforts. From spontaneous crowd actions to organized global campaigns, these phenomena demonstrate how individuals unite to create change. Theories and concepts such as resource mobilization, political opportunities, and digital activism provide insight into the mechanisms that drive collective action. Historical and contemporary examples illustrate how movements succeed or fail based on strategy, resources, and timing. As technology and societal structures evolve, so too will the ways in which people come together to challenge, resist, and transform their world. Stay tuned for more insights into business and the social sciences. If you found this overview helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on future topics you'd like us to cover. I'm Dr. Dag, wishing you a fantastic day ahead.